there is only one challenging person in your life. That, of course, is you. As long as you consider yourself to be a victim of the actions or behaviors of others, your life on planet Earth will be experienced as less than pleasant. Fortunately, victimhood is not the case. We have spoken before about the term projection. Today we transmit a message of a hope for as many will hear that we speak to. It is no accident that you are hearing the horns honking. The cars are making a racket. But this is in a sense what is needed in your world for people's attention to be called forward, for them to wake up. For in their being asleep, they're missing so much of the journey that they wish to have had in coming here. It is not that they must be ashamed they have not done something, or that they have not fulfilled something they wished for. It is due in a large part to the joy they are missing in living a life that is disconnected from the truth of who they are. With all of the above happenings, potent cosmic events will likely occur such as strong earthquakes, huge solar flares, and various types of storms. There will also tend to be more societal chaos and political intrigue as the new era is born. Also be aware that technology will possibly falter more regularly. All of these metaphorically represent the contractions of the birth of a new era. Think of a human birth. As the baby comes closer to emerging from the birth canal, the mother's contractions become stronger and closer together. There are worse things that you could do than to print up a dozen cards with the word projection on them and post them throughout your home, car, and workplace on every mirror. As a constant reminder that all you see in the world is your projection, no exceptions. The ego mind goes absolutely ballistic over this and will try incessantly to create exceptions. There are no exceptions, cause and effect. You are the cause and the world is the effect, never the reverse. So, as they like to say in New Age circles, there are no challenges or problems, there are only opportunities. These challenges with other people, which are your own creation, are opportunities for you to free yourself from judgment and separation. Or you can go on pretending that it's all about other people and suffer. It's your call. We don't have a horse in this race. As a review, this is how projection works. Your ego mind, which thinks it knows everything or at least can figure everything out, knows nothing and can't figure out anything. Each of you is a brilliant beam of light who has traveled from far places in the universe to stand on this planet in human form. To experience the density of this planet and to bring the light and to play a role in the awakening of the unity of all beings on this planet. And as the word dictates, it requires all to participate for it to be in unity. Now, will this occur overnight? No, it is most certainly to be a gradual and unfolding process of awakening one being at a time, in waves, in circles across your planet. But no one will be forgotten, so what are you waiting for? This is the grand journey that you came here to experience, and you may only do so by turning inside the answer, and we chuckle at this. For we are giving you input from the outside, we know that. And yet, where are we pointing you to? We are pointing you within because that's where your direction lies. That's where your great discoveries lie. That is where the openings are that you seek to new doorways, new pathways, new experiences, new joys, new friendships, new lovers, new businesses, a new government, a new world are all awaiting. It believes you are this body, but you're not. It thinks you are separate from God and divinity, but you're not. If we present this in the form of a story, keeping in mind that no story is true, it might go something like this. The ego believes that it chose to separate from God. This is the tiny confusion from which all of your problems stem. The ego is in error because it is not possible to separate from God. Anyway, on with the story. Ego mind creates this body and this universe as a way and a place to hide from God. Let's list some other things that ego mind doesn't understand. First, you never left home. There is no separation. The body and the universe are what is not real. God does not and cannot judge. God is pure love. God does not and cannot punish. Meanwhile, in its imagined sinfulness, ego comes up with a plan. Put the blame on somebody else. Maybe God will notice that it is the other and not you who is guilty and deserving of judgment and punishment. It will not be written in the sky or on a chalkboard or in a book. Yes, all those things can be a part of the coming together, but the recognition of what your part is held within. And this requires you to trust this principle, to learn to listen to yourself, to adhere to what you perceive as your innate guidance, to build the muscle of collaboration with the higher self. And this, Laura, is what you have come to point others to learn how to attune to the voice of love within themselves, for that voice will never lead them astray. And what does that mean? It means never, ever turning away from oneself. You cannot avoid the truth within forever. You cannot ignore how you truly feel. And you cannot be dissuaded from the clarity of truth within your heart once you have seen it. It is rather difficult to return to this asleep state when you have awakened. Well, not quite. You go on through life projecting. Other people are wrong. Other countries are wrong. Other religions are wrong. You are right and you are good, but there is something inside you that doesn't buy the whole story, that suspects that it is you who are truly guilty. Deep down is this fear, this dread of the inevitability of the coming retribution. Unconsciously, you draw loss, pain, failure, illness, and emotional turmoil into your life, always trying to pay this unpayable debt. This is where the healing can begin. Let go of the projection upon God. Let go at the same time of the projection that you have toward yourself. You are innocent. You cannot hurt God and God cannot hurt you. There is only love here. Now let's return to the opportunity that you called a challenge. You have heard these words from me. Perhaps read similar words in A Course in Miracles, or heard them from some other teacher, but the bottom line is that you don't feel them. You feel yourself to be victim to another's energy. You're sick and tired of everything but don't know what to do with it all. This projection works in a very specific way. You don't project everything on everyone. You project wonderful things onto some people, seeing them as loving and good. When you find yourself with a specific judgment toward another, that is what you believe about yourself but don't want to face. You fear being punished, so you go into denial and project. Ego mind jumps in and yells, "I'm not like that." In truth, you are not, but you believe that you are, until you own this. Until you accept that the judgment is about self and has nothing to do with the other, nothing will change. You will live in projection and victimhood.